Hare Krishna, welcome all of you. Such a wonderful kirtan. Namrata, first time I saw you doing tabla. So, are you learning from him? Oh, nice. He's a nice teacher and nice example also. Yeah. Thank you, Rup Manohar Prabhu, for that Raghupati Raghav Rajaram. That is the original version of Raghupati Raghav Rajaram, which he sang. So, thank you so much for that. So, we welcome all of you to our Saturday Satsang program. And this is the first week of this year, 2024. So, Happy New Year to all of you. And today we are going to start a series of 18 sessions of Bhagavad Gita. As you all know that Bhagavad Gita is divided into 18 chapters. So every session we will have one area of discussion. So we'll cover that, and mostly it will be practical lessons and what are the secrets hidden in Bhagavad Gita. It's already shared, no? Can you share? And yeah, at around 7:50, 8 o'clock, we will start the fruit of reading the Bhagavad Gita, which is prasadam. It is said that if you read Bhagavad Gita, this will happen. So at least what will happen is you'll get nice prasadam, and obviously a lot of other things are there which you will feel in your life. A lot of benefits are there. So we'll discuss about that also. So before we start, we'll invoke some prayers from our Acharya Srila Prabhupada and Shri Gaura, who preached this Hare Krishna Mahamantra all over the world, and Shri Radha Girdhari Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So we seek their blessings also. You can turn up the light when it becomes too dark. The first one you can turn up, not the first towards the deities. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Is it Mukunda? Okay. So those who know the prayers, you can chant with me. Others, if somebody can give the Bhagavad Gita to everybody from inside, they can also chant the prayers. It's in the introduction, so everybody can feel the Bhagavad Gita in their hands. And when Krishna comes as water, in the form of water, he comes as Mother Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. When he comes as stone, he comes as the deities of Krishna, Shaligram Shila deities. Even in Ayodhya, they are installing Lord Ram, which is Shaligram Shila. And when Krishna comes in form of paper, ink, he comes as Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. When Krishna comes in the form of sound vibrations, he comes as the names of Krishna, the bhajan, the kirtan, the words emanating from his mouth. So Krishna can come in different forms, in different ways. Go to turn up that light. So Krishna is so merciful. He is, coming for us in so many different ways. He is coming in so many incarnations, Narsingadev, Varahadev, Ram, Balaram, Krishna, Parshuram, so many different forms. Why is he coming? He is coming just to please us. So we'll... So we'll invoke prayers, blessings. So if you open the introduction to this, yes. You can show everybody the page, introduction. Yeah, this one. Page 1. So we'll chant these prayers. You can also read the meaning and meditate on those while I'm chanting them. Very beautiful prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagala Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Shri Advaitam Sadvaitam Savdhutam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brinda Vaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Nama om Vishnu padaya Krishna preshtaya bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamham vande Shri Guru Dinataranam. Okay, so thank you very much again for coming here. So this will mostly be an interactive session, and I know a lot of you have a lot of questions about Bhagavad Gita. So we'll also give some time after we go through the slides. So you can ask in between also. There will be a mic. Somebody can handle the mic. There will be an extra mic you can get from the audio center. You can go. And then he can pass around. So in between if you have, then you can raise your hand and ask the question also. And in the end also we'll give like 10 minutes. So yeah, we will start now. So, so there are some nice pictures and videos in this presentation. I am sure all the kids would also like it. So you don't have to get bored also. So we'll finish it in like 20-25 minutes, and in between questions, and at the end also any questions or points, discussions you have. So we'll also discuss that. So yeah, before I start, I want to quick introduction from those who are new. Just your name and where are you from, just a little bit. If there is a mic, you can pass. So, yeah, maybe start from him.
I'm Nitin. I'm Namrata's brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've come here, but not often. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm working at Qualcomm in San Diego.
Okay, welcome.
What's your name?
Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
My name is Dhruv.
What is your name?
Dhruv.
Dhruv. Wow, Dhruv Maharaj. He saw God at the age of 5 years. Worshipping for 6 months.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. My
Hare
name is Shubha. I'm Namrata's sister-in-law. So
Oh,
we all
nice. Welcome.
we've been here before, but today we specially came to watch her perform.
Yeah, definitely.
It was really nice. I enjoyed the bhajan and the tabla.
Yes, definitely.
Hare.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, Madhu. Now I have to associate with Namrata. So, Namrata's husband. Hare Krishna.
Just like we say Krishna is the center of our house, like she is the center of...
My name is Anshu, and I like to come here. I'm trying to come every Saturday or Sunday.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Madhu. Krishna's name is Madhu Sudana.
Anurag, and I work for Illumina, and I have been in San Diego 15 years.
Wow.
She's my wife, and we come around like Sunday or Saturday, one of the other day.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Please do continue.
And today we especially came. I think we saw that there'll be.
Oh, you're in that group?
Yeah, I'm
I
in
see.
that WhatsApp group.
Sure,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aniket. I'm their son. And yeah, I go to UC Irvine, so
Oh, nice.
yeah.
What do you study there?
Computer science,
Masters or undergrad?
undergrad.
Undergrad. Yes. Good, good. Just tell your name. What's your
My
name?
name is Serena.
Serena. Okay.
Wait. My name is Seba.
Saiva. Nice. They are from London. They moved from London, right? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, my name is Sandip. We live here for the last 25 years, but I used to go to Bhaktivedanta Manor as a child, so
Nice.
trying to
Welcome
bring
back. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Shreya.
Shreya, welcome.
My name is Anand. Been coming here for a while, for about a year or so. I really enjoy the chanting. It makes it very simple. It's the simplest thing you can do, and it's also fun to do in the group. And
Yes.
of course, these sermons and talks are really nice. So thank you.
Richan.
Hare Krishna. My name is Richin. Lived in San Diego for more than 12 years. Has been coming here for quite a while. Recently,
Welcome.
more often.
Where is your kid?
He's sleeping in the
Oh, he's
stroller.
sleeping. Okay.
His name is Kian.
Kian, yeah.
Hi, I'm Tanu, and I'm coming here since more than 5 years. But we try to come regular, but we are not.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I used to go to ISKCON in India at every place. Yeah.
Nice. Srivatsa.
Hi, my name is Shrivats. I try to come here every weekend and enjoy the beautiful bhajans and association with the devotees and, of course, the delicious prasadam.
Nice. Welcome, welcome. This is Tapas Prabhu. He takes care of all our online and a very nice devotee. So thank you, Tapas Prabhu, for doing that.
Yeah, I just come here for prasadam. Hare Krishna.
Actually, I also started with that, like that. So welcome all of you again. So we'll start the secrets of Bhagavad Gita. And so there are two biggest secrets in Bhagavad Gita. And one of the secrets is who is Lord Krishna and how to love Krishna. You know, so there are a lot of misconceptions, especially in India and all over the world also, that about Lord Ram, Lord Krishna. So one time what happened is, in the temple in Mumbai, there are a lot of people and kirtan was going on, and everybody was like clapping, you know, in the kirtan. And one person was not clapping. So one of our brahmachari friends, he's from IIT Bombay, he came out and he saw this person who was not clapping. And then outside he was clapping like this. And he saw, "Arey, inside you are not clapping, outside you are clapping, what are you doing?" He said, I'm doing this tobacco. And he said, "Arey, temple aata hai, tambaku khate ho, you are coming to the temple, you are eating tambaku?" He said, no, this is not tambaku. This is Sanjeevani booty which Lord Hanuman ji bought it for Lord Ram and Lakshman. It is very good for health. So these are the misconceptions that people have about Krishna and how to love Krishna. It is so much distorted, right? So it is because of Srila Prabhupada, he gave us the right understanding, Bhagavad Gita as it is. And he also showed how to love Krishna by coming to America at the age of 70 years in a cargo ship, getting heart attacks, seasickness, so much of difficulties. He celebrated his birthday on the Jaladuta cargo ship. He made, prasadam and gave it to the captain and, told about Krishna. He came to America and the hippie culture was on the rise in the 1960s, 1965. So he told about spiritual life. Those people who are not even taking bath for like months, and he's like a sadhu from Vrindavan, he's taking bath 3 times a day, but still he's interacting with them. He's cooking samosa for them. And he's telling this message, and all these hippies actually became, great devotees of Lord. They used to rise at 4 in the morning, and a lot of learned people also got attracted from the universities, from Srila Prabhupada. So this Bhagavad Gita is actually taught in a lot of universities. If you see in the front, it tells like which universities it is taught. It is a course curriculum there. as a part of, masters in theology or sociology and different areas. So University of Southern California, Paris, London, so many places it is made the curriculum. So yes, coming back to the secret. So the secret, Krishna explained Rahasyam. The Sanskrit word of secret is what? Rahasyam. So Krishna says, in the second line in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 3, Bhakto si me sakha cheti rahasyam hai etad uttamam. That very science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. So in order to understand Bhagavad Gita, we have to be friend and what? Devotee of Krishna. But some people may say, Kamsa was also remembering Krishna whole time. He was thinking, how can I kill Krishna? How can I kill Krishna? So that is always also remembering Krishna all the time. So is that the right way? No, we have to remember Krishna in a loving way, in a more cordial way, where we can make a relationship with Krishna, right? Because ultimately, everybody is looking for what? Love. To love and be loved, right? That is the constitutional position of the soul, the Atma. And we are trying to, get that love from so many different things, but it can only give pleasure to our, maybe the body or the senses, but it cannot connect to our soul. We are actually not this body. We are the soul. The body, yes, we have to take care of body. Body is a part of our existence. We are having a spiritual existence in this material body. So we need the food for the soul also. So right now, whatever prasadam is there, it's a secret. I won't tell you what the prasadam is today, because everything is secret today. But if you give petrol or gas, in American like gas or Indian language petrol, to the car driver, will he be happy? No, because that is not the food for the driver. The gas or petrol is the food for the car. Or if you give, say, sambar to the, put it in the car, will that run? It won't really run unless there is some new research, somebody finds out. But so the food for the soul is love, to love and be loved. Most of the relationships, break because, they say there is no appreciation, there is no love, there is no encouragement. That is the root cause. Especially between husband and wife. Wife will complain. Like one of our teachers is a counselor. A lot of husband wife come to them, and always he hears the same thing. Wife says, "I do not get encouragement. I do not get appreciation," and the husband says, "I am doing everything for her. I am earning money. I am doing hard work for her. So doesn't she understand?" So that is that is the main thing. So the thing is, love is one of the most key component that is existing in this world that everybody is looking for. There can be numbers in the bank account, there can be properties and so many things, but love is what we are actually looking for. And when we connect to ourselves, to the Supreme Lord, to Krishna, then we can actually tap into that love. And when we have love, then we can spread love to everybody. You cannot give something which you don't have. So these are the two very important secrets: who is Krishna and how to love Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada, he translated this Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit verses into English, word to word as it is, and then also purport to it. So he says that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So according to the statements of Bhagavad Gita or the statement of Arjuna, the person who is trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita, we should at least theoretically accept Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and with that submissive spirit we can understand the Bhagavad Gita. So even if you don't understand in a realizing way, then theoretically understand Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So we'll understand why. Why is that so? So this is the first lesson. So in the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma, the Brahma Samhita was found like 500 years back by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu. If you see the first altar, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu. So it is Krishna who came in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And 500 years ago in South India, there is a Adi Keshava temple, and they found the Brahma Samhita. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. So he's saying that there are a lot of Ishvara, there may be gods, you may be god of your house, everybody is following you, somebody may be the boss of your company, but who is the supreme boss, CEO? There may be sun god, there may be Lakshmi Devi taking care of finance department, sun god taking care of the health department, or Ganesh ji is taking care of removing the obstacles, Vigna Vinash. So many different gods are there, but who is the CEO? It is Krishna. That is what the scriptures tell us. And Lord Krishna's birth and activities actually prove his supremacy. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 4.9 that Janma karma cha me divyam, you can chant with me, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyakta deham punarjanma naeti mameti sa Arjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, takes his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So if we understand how Lord Krishna has appeared and what are his activities, then we won't take birth again into this material world. Obviously, we don't want to take birth here, we want to take birth in a better place, where Krishna resides. There are so many different planetary systems that are given in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Golok Vrindavan is the highest planet. Sound is not good. Huh? Okay, otherwise it's okay, Prabhu. It will create, we'll lose time. That's okay. I don't know if it has sound. Just a minute. Let me go to the slide. Yeah, this is sound. Yeah, this is sound. Can you share the sound? So yes, now sound is coming. No, the sound is coming, bro. Okay. So the purpose of this presentation is to tell you who is Krishna and give a glimpse of how you can love Krishna. How do you love a person? When you know about that person, right? Know about the activities of that person, then you make a connection with that person and then you start loving that person, right? So we are going to tell from scriptural point of view how Lord Krishna is the Lord. And which icon?
Share button. Still be getting there.
Okay, that's fine. Probably will. Yeah.
I got it.
We have to make it fine. So we'll see some of the pastimes of Lord Krishna and how we can love Krishna through that. So it's already 7:40. We have just maybe 15-20 minutes. So we'll cover that. And is the video? Nice. Thank you. So 5,000 years ago, Krishna appeared in Mathura, India as the 8th son of Devaki and Vasudeva. How many of you have been to Mathura? Raise your hand. Okay, you are from Mathura only. So where was Krishna born? He was not born in an air-conditioned ICU, where everybody is trying to have a photograph and, you can see how he's coming out. So it's not like that, not in a very good condition. He's born in a jail. So when we face difficulties in our life, we see how Krishna faced so many difficulties. So it's a lesson for us that difficulties are a part of this life. And Krishna is teaching us how to react, how to handle those kind of difficulties in a way where you can grow. Convert those difficulties into opportunities and not get into depression or anxiety. You know, that is the lesson that Krishna is teaching us from the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna had to go through so many difficult things, you know. He was sheltered in Vrindavan from the pursuits of demoniac King Kamsa. So another point we can see here is Krishna was when Krishna was born, he was born in like four-handed form, Vishnu. And then, you know, Mother Devaki and Vasudev said, no, we want you like a normal baby, you know. Then he converted into two hands. So those people who say that Krishna is just an ordinary person, you can always tell them that when Krishna was born, he was not ordinary. He actually came in Chaturbhuja Roop, right? So he was sheltered in Vrindavan from the pursuits of demoniac King Kamsa. Imagine he was months old and you're sending like people to kill him at your home, you know. Imagine how much difficulty Yashoda Ma and Nanda Baba had to go through, you know. And at the age of 7 years, he lifted Govardhan Hill. That is why we have this temple, Shri Radha Giridhari. Giridhari means who's lifting the Giri or the hill. That is why this temple Srila Prabhupada made for us is called New Govardhan Hill, because Govardhan is also in Govardhan near Mathura Vrindavan. So this is New Govardhan, where Lord Krishna is standing and he is blessing all of us, you know, through his presence and through his activities.
We shall see.
So Krishna is showing his entire universe in his mouth, right? So that is another thing that can prove Krishna's supremacy. So all these pastimes are given in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the Puran. You know, they are described, and lot of scientific facts are also given there, which proves that all of these things are true. So some of the scientific facts, you know, are there, that whatever places are mentioned in the scriptures, they exist. You know, this happened 5,000 years ago. There is a radioactive carbon dating through, if those who are physics students, you know what is radioactive carbon dating, right? Half-life. And the submerged Dwarka city in Gujarat, you know. So I recently read that our Prime Minister, they are making a submarine. 60 people can go inside the submarine. It will go inside the ocean, and you can actually see the city that is submerged in the ocean. You know, there are like big, like, you know, doors and pillars and everything is there. So 60 people can go inside and view that and come out from that. So all these things prove that it's correct. It's not like just sentiment or it's mythology. You know, people say, oh, Mahabharata is mythology, Bhagavad Gita is mythology. No. And there are astrological evidences, like on this day, Mahabharata war started. You know, if you compute that, in today's astrological calculation, it will date back to that date, 5,000 years, 100 years back, 5,000, whatever it is. So through astrological calculation, through logic, through scientifically, and last and the most important is through devotion. When you love Krishna with devotion through this process of bhakti yoga, then you can actually feel it and realize it also. Especially when we chant the names of Krishna in the morning time or whatever, we can actually connect and feel that potency and the power. And Lord is called the Partha Sarthi. Partha is Arjun and Sarthi is Krishna, is the Sarthi of Arjun. So Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. He is always loving to his devotees. You know, he has become that chauffeur, driver of his friend Arjuna. He is not saying, okay, I am the boss, then you should, you know, you should do whatever I am saying. No. He is helping. So Krishna is not, you know, holding a stick and saying, you have to do this. No. Even after telling the whole Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Krishna says, Yat ikchhasi tat tatha kuru. Jo aapko karna hai wo karo. Whatever you like, you do it now. He is not forcing him that you should do this or that. So he is so merciful and so loving. Even Putana, when she came to kill Krishna, she smeared like poison, in her breast, and she wanted to feed Krishna so that he dies. But Krishna, he actually sucked the life air of Putana, and she actually died. She was like so many miles long when she died. But Krishna gave her the position as the nurse in the spiritual world. Imagine how merciful is Krishna. He didn't see that, oh, she has come to kill me. He saw why she has come here. She has come to feed me milk. He just saw the good qualities. So this also teaches us one very important lesson in our relationship. There may be so many difficulties, so many differences between two people. But when we focus on the good qualities of each other, then we can actually transcend the conflicts. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the guru of Srila Prabhupada, when two devotees will fight, he will say, okay, both of you sit together. And then he would ask, you tell good qualities of this person. And then this person, you tell good qualities. And after that, they'll say, oh, at least he has some good qualities. It's not like that he's a rascal or a fool. It's not like that. So, it's a very important lesson here you can learn. Not now. Krishna's showing entire universe in the mouth. So we saw this. Krishna's greatness. Lord Krishna's opulence proves his supremacy. So Krishna is called Bhagwan. So any person who has these 6 qualifications can be termed as a Bhagwan. So what are those? You should have wealth, right? Unlimited wealth, strength, fame, renunciation, knowledge, and beauty. So which is Aishwarya, Virya, Yashasasya, Shriya, Jnana, Vairagya. Can you identify these people? I'm sure you can. So they might have one of those, and that is also temporary for a short amount of time. Nobody has it, for long duration of time or all the 6 things. But who has all of them? It is Bhagwan. That is the definition of Bhagwan. There are a lot of so-called Bhagwans. They claim that, okay, I am Bhagwan, you should worship me. There are so many man-made gods. So you should ask them that, okay, how many opulences do you have out of these 6? Krishna has beauty, he has strength, he is lifting the Govardhan hill, like we just discussed. His fame, Damodar Leela, so many pastimes of Krishna with the gopis, killing the demons, and Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata. He has knowledge, he is giving to Arjuna. He has so much of wealth, renunciation. In Dwarka, he has so many palaces, so much of wealth. And renunciation, although he's not getting anything in the, war of Mahabharata, he just, he didn't fight also. And after he left, he submerged all his palaces into the ocean. He's not attached to anything. He's so much renounced. So we may be Lakpati, Arabpati, Karabpati. So these are mostly Indian terms. Those who are not aware of it, so consider it as millions, billions, like that. But Krishna is the only one who is Lakshmipati. Lakshmi is serving Krishna. Lakshmi Shahastra Sata Samra Sevyamanam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. Thousands of Lakshmis are actually serving Krishna. So who are we to give anything to Krishna? Krishna is only looking for our love. We may offer 64 preparations to Krishna, but Krishna will not accept it if it is given in arrogance. Oh, Krishna, I am offering this. Or you are offering it to show to others, I am the best. But if it is done with love and devotion, then Krishna will even accept a tulsi leaf. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prachit tadaham bhakti upartam ashnami paradatmana. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if you offer me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it. So Krishna is looking for that love, and we are also looking for, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Mameva amsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that we are part and parcel of him. Mameva amsho. You are my part. Mameva amsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Mana shashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. And all the living entities are, karshati, they are getting disturbed by the six senses and also the mind. They are always in, thinking about so many things.
Emanates all the three worlds, both spiritual and mundane. Everything rests in me, Arjun, just as you see pearls hang upon a thread.
Yeah, so Krishna is saying this. So all the universes, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita also tells how all the universe, this spiritual and material emanations are coming from Krishna. So, aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartite iti matva bhajante maham buddha bhav samanvita. So all these material and spiritual emanations are actually coming from Krishna. If you get up in the morning, it's so beautiful, right? Sun is rising and you have this orange, color, sometimes we sleep so late that we forget. Even I also sometimes get lazy, especially in the new year. So, but if you get up early, around 6:45 sunrise happens, My wife is very sincere, she gets up pretty early. So, if you see this orange color, it is so beautiful. In the morning, if you go for a walk or, whatever activities you do, it's so good. So, Krishna is creating this sun, the moon, the, trees and everything. What are we doing? For example, our kids. Did we decide their eyes or nose or hairs? Or their intelligence? No. So many beautiful things are happening, but science or biology is telling how it is happening. But they don't know who's doing it, who's the designer, who's the creator. Our temple leader, His Holiness Badrinarayan Swami Maharaj, he was telling this Sunday that he went to MIT and Berkeley universities and he asked the students this question. Can you tell me any phenomena in this world which does not have a pattern, symmetry, or any alignment? Can you tell any phenomena? And nobody could answer this question because everything is so much perfectly curated, that you will be perplexed. Everything is working in such a synchronized way. So much pattern is there and symmetry is there. So much design is there, which tells that there is a designer. You can tell for the next 100 years what time sun will rise. Right? How the pomegranate is packed, the small grain. You have seen the packing if you open it. I mean, machines can't do that. Sorry to say. It is so nicely done. The fruits have such a nice taste. One of our neighbors has this guava tree, so I took permission. Can I take some guavas? It's very nice guavas. So my son has something to break it. So they said yes, you can take it. So amazing. So when you eat like guava or drink water, Srila Prabhupada says, even if you taste water, you can remember Krishna. Drink water. So there are so many things you can remember Krishna. So this whole creation is actually a mystery. So Krishna says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhrdam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shantim richati. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and the demigods. Demigods means Devi Devta. And the benefactors as well. Wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. This is the peace formula. Although Krishna is the controller of everything, but he is the dearmost friend of everyone, well-wisher of all living entities. We may get friend, they may be friend for some time, then they may, do something which you don't like. That happens to everybody. But Krishna is such a great person, but still he's well-wisher for all the time. He's there in our heart as a Paramatma. With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. So another evidence is Lord Krishna's supremacy is great teachers are also telling that, right? Suppose some of you might take admission in universities, right? So when you take admission, you get a recommendation letter from your maybe teachers or professors, whoever it is. And then they recommend you and you get it. So similarly, these are great teachers, acharyas. They are self-realized souls. They have gone through the process. They have spent so much time, and these are not ordinary souls. They are like Nitya Siddhas. They are liberated souls. So they are confirming Krishna's supremacy. Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasdeva is saying, Ete cha kala pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Everybody else is the incarnation of, expansion of Krishna, but Swayam Bhagavan is Krishna. And then Bhagavad Gita also 10:13, Ahustom Rashya Sarve Deva Rishir Naradas Tatha Asito Devalo Vyaso Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. All the great sages such as Narada Muni, Asita, Devala and Vyas confirm that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narada Muni's Veena, that is making the sound of Krishna's names. So they are confirming. Who is this? Madhavacharya, Ramanujacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So on our first altar we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. He gave the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He preached the chanting of the holy names. So all of them have confirmed that Krishna is the Supreme Person. So if somebody tells you that I am God, then you just look at their feet and see if they have signs, and if they don't wash, then you can confirm that they are God or not. A lot of people claim that we are God. So these are the different signs on the feet of Lord Krishna. And it is confirmed in Padma Puran. Lord Brahma says, Shodha Shaivatu Chinnani Maya Drishtani Tat Pade. So there are 16 Chinna, markings, that Lord Brahma has personally seen, and this is confirmed in Padma Puran. And then again in Padma Puran, O best of Vaishnavas, Lord Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Of this there is no doubt. On the lotus feet of many incarnations of the Lord, 2, 3, 4 or 5 of these auspicious signs may be present. But all the 16 signs are present on the lotus feet of Krishna. Markandeya established Krishna's supremacy also. And then you have Lord Vishnu, Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. So somebody asked one of the devotees, he was an auto rickshaw driver. He asked one of the brahmachari, he was going in Mumbai. He said that, what is the difference between Lord Vishnu and Krishna? He said, do you know Amitabh Bachchan? All of you know Amitabh Bachchan, right? I don't know if the kids know, but suppose any famous actor in America? Tom Cruise, for example. Say Tom Cruise or Amitabh Bachchan at home is Vishnu. At office is Vishnu, like he's doing his job of maintenance, right? Maintaining the universe. At home he is Krishna. So that is the difference. Purna Purushottam Bhagavan. Ram is Maryada Purushottam. And Bhishma proves Krishna is original Vishnu. So Bhishma Dev is lying on the bed of arrows, right? Because Bhishma Dev was invincible. He was the son of Mother Ganga. Devarath, his name was Devarath. He was born from Mother Ganga, and he took this pratigya that he will never marry because his father Shantanu fell in love with another lady. So the father of that lady said that no, my daughter's son has to become the king, and for that Bhishma cannot marry. So he took a vow that I will not marry. I will stay brahmachari. So for father's sake, he took this vow. And when he was on the bed of arrows, he was just waiting to give up his body when Krishna comes. So actually that day is coming in January only. That day will come when Bhishma Dev actually, Uttarayana, when the sun starts to move in the north direction. That's when he gives up his body. And he's looking at the lotus feet of Krishna, and only then he gives up his body. So that is Bhishma Dev. He was so powerful. In one day actually he finished the whole Pandava's army. Everything was gone. Second day he could have done everything. He's so powerful. But Lord Krishna, he devised a plan with Shikhandi, right? How he can be killed. So that's how he devised a plan. And with Krishna's plan, Arjuna and team, they shot him down. And he gave a lot of lessons to the Pandavas, how to rule and everything during this time. So we already discussed that Krishna is not the avatar of Vishnu. Narayana is the source of Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and we can see how Krishna is the original Narayana.
ये नटखट माखन चला रहा था, मैंने इसे मना किया,
Full.
इससे माखन वापस ले लाता.
So there are wonderful pastimes. There are 4 exclusive qualities of Krishna. One is the Leela Madhuri. So if you see, Krishna is eating butter and Mother Yashoda is telling not to eat butter because he broke the butter pot and he fed all the monkeys all the butter. So that we celebrate as the Kartik month, Damodar month, where we offer lamb to Krishna, right? So Leela, there are so many Leelas of Krishna with the gopis in the forest. All the gopis are leaving their household chores and coming to Krishna. And so many people question that, why can he do that? And Krishna is marrying so many different wives, 16,000 wives. So a lot of things, whether you include like adventure, romance, sociology, political science, Krishna is into everything. If you read the scriptures, he is there to engage you in so many different ways. So first was the Leela Madhuri. So many Leelas, pastimes he is doing. Second is Bhakta Madhuri. So you can see in the morning, Krishna will go with his cowherd boys and cows to Vrindavan and to the Govardhan hill to graze the green grass, and then he will play with the friends. So sometimes they will play a game where if Krishna loses, then the other cowherd boy has to carry him on his shoulder, or if Krishna loses, he has to carry the other cowherd boys on his shoulder. So there are a lot of friends, Sridams, Madhu Mangal, and so many different friends are there. So Krishna, although he is so powerful, but still he will lose. Just like a father, right? If a father and a child, they fight with each other, wrestle. And if the father, and they wrestle, and if the father really hits the child, then no one will be happy. The child will cry, the father will not be happy, nobody. But the father deliberately loses, so that the child is also happy. Yes, I won. And father is happy. Yes, you won. You are so powerful. And then everybody will be so happy. So that is what Krishna, he is Bhakta Madhuri. He is always, pleasing his devotees, Bhakta. So Krishna says, more than my worship, the worship of my devotees is what I like. Mad Bhakta Puja Abhyadika. That is why, we come to the temple, we serve each other, we serve the deities. So this is a place where we can perform all these activities. So another is Venu Madhuri, he plays the flute, right? With the flute he calls everybody, invites all the cows, and everybody hears them and he comes there. Hence Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, yes, this is where I want to stop. So thank you very much, and so I hope you take this lesson, to understand who is Krishna and how to love Krishna in so many different ways. And one of the most important ways how we can connect to Krishna is actually through chanting his holy names. So we have this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So on the beats you can chant. In the new year, at least if you can chant one round. If you cannot, read Bhagavad Gita for 5 minutes. And if not, come to the temple, do some service, So these are different ways how you can connect and practically, understand the Bhagavad Gita of being a friend and devotee. So like we saw in the beginning, that in order to understand Bhagavad Gita, we have to be a devotee and friend, right? So how we become friend is by a reciprocal relationship. So when we chant the names, we are actually, although it is the same mantra, you are saying, why do we repeat it? But the way we repeat it is, we can actually feel the presence of Krishna. We can connect through the chanting of the mantra. Maniti trayateti mantra. So if we do any of these things, we can establish relationship and we can love Krishna. So that is, the secret. So thank you very much for your patience. And we'll continue next week with the first chapter. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anyone has any questions? If yes, then you can stay. Others can take prasadam. Prasadam is ready. So You can unravel the secret now. I won't tell what is there in Prashad, but it's something very special. Anyone has any question or comments? Do you have any question? Any comments? Maybe from here. Prabhu, can you give mic to him? Others can go. Feel free. Don't feel you have to sit. Whoever wants to go, take prasadam.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you very much. So I think I have a question.
Yes.
How to make habit of appreciating others, right? Because sometimes I work like 10 hours and other person work 10 hours. I think it's norm. But so how to make like a habit or like a conscious decision to appreciate others?
Habit of appreciating others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because
it's,
sometimes I think it's norm, right? Other person is working out. Oh, it's duty, right?
Yeah, I think it's really challenging. It's not easy, because the way the mind works is, suppose you eat mango, right? And when you eat mango, one thread of fiber of mango gets stuck in one teeth. Your whole time your attention will go to that, right? That's how the mind works, right? Mind will magnify a small thing and it will focus on that. I think it will come by practice and detachment. Two things we have to do.
Like you said, like buy things we don't appreciate, right? Or something.
Yeah, by default we won't. By default everything goes down, right? Gravity will pull down. By default we'll blaspheme others, we'll criticize others. But in order to do something good, if you have to throw a ball, you have to put some pressure. Or if you have to cook nice meal, you have to put effort. So similarly, if you have to find good qualities, appreciate others, I think we have to put effort. And we can put effort in two directions. One is practice. Practice means we practice, like remind ourselves that whenever we are dealing with someone and some negative thought comes, so instead of that, think about the positive thought, practice that. And second is doing some kind of gratitude, every day, like people do some activity on gratitude. They think about what other person has done good for me, especially those who are living in the house, maybe for wife or child, what activity they are doing good. So just remember that. Okay. So by remembering those, that will help. And detachment is, even if they have done something wrong, why should we hang to it? Just leave it, just let it go. So, and both of these can be done very easily if we chant these mantras. When you chant, then mind can become peaceful. Then we can actually put a pause button. If those things comes that, we want to criticize others, then we can actually, instead of reacting, we will respond. We will take some time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Yes, Prabhu. Rishan.
Yeah, so I get it. Krishna is the supreme God, but at the same time, if we watch other series, let's say on Shiva, right?
Sorry, what is it?
If we watch another series which is on Shiva, Lord Shiva,
yeah.
Same Narad Muni will say, you are the Mahadev, the Devankade Mahadev, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I sometimes get confused, like similar stories. One story says Shiva is actually the main
God.
Lord.
Yeah.
When I read Gita, I understand like Krishna is the main Lord. So how do we connect those two things?
Correct. Yeah. So there are different devotees who may worship different gods. Some may worship Shiva, some may worship Durga, some may worship some other gods. And Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that wherever a person puts his faith, he actually increases that faith. Right? So there is nothing wrong. There are so many demigods. But at the same time, we have to understand what the scriptures say. And Krishna himself is saying that in the Bhagavatam Purana, it is said that among the rivers, Ganga is the best river. Among the deities, Achyuta, Lord Krishna is there. And among the Vaishnavas, the best is Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva, when he is meditating, he is actually meditating on Lord Shankarshan. Shankarshan is the expansion of Krishna. That is what Srimad Bhagavatam says. And a lot of these episodes, especially on TV, what they are showing, sometimes it is not 100% correct. But yes, in the context of, if there are worshippers of Lord Shiva, obviously they will consider him as God, right? So he's localized God for them. They are their devotees, they consider him God. There is nothing wrong. Yes, they should have 100% faith in him. So from that perspective, from the localized perspective, yes, Lord Shiva is God. But if you see the whole picture, right, then you can understand that our Lord Krishna is God. So Srila Prabhupada tells the difference between Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. He said Lord Krishna is like milk and Lord Shiva is like curd. Milk can be converted into curd, but can curd be converted back to milk? No. Right? So Lord Shiva is, yes, a very great personality, very revered personality, and we worship him. We also, pay respect to him. But he will be very pleased if we also worship Lord Krishna. So he will also be very pleased, because whatever results the Devi Devta gave are actually coming from Krishna only. But Lord Shiva is in a different category. He's like very elevated. He's the best Vaishnava. So we respect Lord Shiva, and if you worship Lord Shiva, there is nothing wrong. That it's totally fine. But we have to understand that yes, Krishna is the supreme, and if you worship Krishna, then Lord Shiva will also be pleased. So
thank you.
Yes, bro, you want to say something? Yes.
I know people can ask this kind of question. So people, some people may say that if Krishna is supreme, then why did he left a body when he left the world? Because his body is Satchidananda Vigraha, right? So people may question that. How do we answer that?
If he is God, then why did he leave his body?
Yeah, why did he leave his body? People questions that. I know many people ask these questions. So how do you explain that?
Yeah, so basically, even when Krishna came, he came as a baby, like we saw Chaturbhuj Roop, Then you can tell them that, see, when Krishna took birth, he came as Chaturbhuj Roop, but then the parents, Devaki and Vasudev, said, no, we want you as a simple child. So that is first evidence that he is not a human. Avajananti mam mula, Bhagavad Gita Bhagavan says, right? Those who think I am normal, these are fools. Manusha, I came as Manusha, they are fools. So that is first evidence. And second evidence is, since he came in that body, obviously he has to go through that same process. But another thing is, when Krishna, even he left his body, he looked so young. He was like 125 years old when he looked, but he never got aged. He never had like white beard or anything. He still remained like that. And so yes, it is, he did those pastimes on planet Earth to basically, to give pleasure to the devotees and to give that bhav, that Vatsalya bhav to, say, Mother Yashoda and to the gopis of Vrindavan. If he had come in the form of, say, Bhagwan, then he would only have the Aishwarya bhav. But what about the others bhav? Nobody will love him as, as the child. Nobody would love him as a friend. So that's why he came as...
But Prabhu, people may question this, that his body is, we are telling Satchidananda Vigraha, Brahma is telling that his body is not like made of flesh or bone. Then how can he leave a body for when he completed his pastimes?
How can he leave his body?
How can he left a body for his...
Yeah, Amoglila Prabhu can answer that.
In Madhvacharya's Bhagavatam commentary, there's one verse where he addresses this. He says, Agranad Visrajat Cheti Krishna Rama Dikantanum Patyate Bhagavanisha Mudha Buddhim Yapekshaya. So he says that although there are many statements in Shastra and many leelas where it appears that Krishna is leaving, it means dying, means giving up his body. Krishna actually, Madhvacharya says that Krishna is actually doing this because mudha buddhim vyapeksha, to satisfy the mentality of fools. because there is a certain class of people who are basically dead set. Krishna, he fulfills most people's desires. So there's a certain class of people who are dead set on blaspheming Krishna and who are dead set on thinking that Krishna is a human. So in order to reciprocate with them, with that mentality, then Krishna performs these leelas to satisfy their mentality. So that they can see, it's exactly how I say it is, and they become satisfied. So in that way, he's satisfying their mentality. On the other hand, he performs them in such a way. For instance, if you look at the Moshe Leela and the Bhagavatam, how did Krishna, the people have so many theories, how did Krishna, or why did Krishna leave in the way that he did? He got shot in the heel with an arrow, and then he died. That's the way. So if you think, that's not a fatal injury to be hit, in the heel with an arrow. So why did Krishna do that? One thing is, and another thing about Krishna's so-called death is that to be killed, Krishna was enacting pastimes as a kshatriya. For a kshatriya to be killed anywhere except battle by another kshatriya is very inglorious, especially to be killed by a hunter, by a meat eater, in the woods. It's a very inglorious death. So at the same, Krishna is satisfying the mentality of these foolish people who are dead set on believing that Krishna is just some human. But at the same time, he's showing to the devotees and also giving those foolish people the chance to understand that this isn't a normal death. It's not a death like ours would. Because again, nobody gets shot in the heel with an arrow and dies. That's not a fatal. People get shot in the head with an arrow or in the body with an arrow and they still don't die. But to get hit in the heel with an arrow and then to die, it's Krishna's displaying his free will, his full independence, that he can leave whenever he wants. And then there's a whole description in the Bhagavatam about how Krishna is going back up to the spiritual world. Not that he leaves. He doesn't give up his body. Actually, the only thing he gives up in the Sanskrit, if you read the Sanskrit in the Bhagavatam, where Yudhishthira Maharaj, he's saying how Krishna died, the word that he uses for what Krishna gave up is anga. And anga is, most know, anga means limbs, or generally, or you could say, it means body in this case. Madhvacharya also comments in relation to this. I'm forgetting the Sanskrit, but yeah. Anyway, Prithivyadhyanga kalpana. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But what Madhvacharya says is that this word anga, tada gyeya nahi swangam, kadachit Vishnu utsrajet. He says that Krishna, or Vishnu, he never actually gives up his body. So when this word anga is used, what it refers to is actually the earth. Krishna, the only thing Krishna gives up when he leaves is the earth. He doesn't give up his body because his body is not separate from his self. So Krishna, it's a very interesting way that Krishna leaves the world, but he does it to satisfy the mentality of foolish people who are just going to be dead set in their ways anyway, to reciprocate with them, and then also to, for the pleasure of the devotees, and also to display his free will and his full independence.